What's up, Hyperdrivers? Welcome back to the channel. Today in the house, I have an old figure. This is the original Darth Maul Hot Toys figure based on the Ray Park performance of him in The Phantom Menace. So let's see if this one holds up after all these years. Let's get to this. Welcome back, Hyperdrivers, to another Hot Toys unboxing. If this is your first time on the channel, here on the Hyperdrive, we talk about Star Wars every single week. If you're into Star Wars like I am, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can jump to light speed every week with us right here on the Hyperdrive. So in the house today is the original Darth Maul Hot Toys figure. This one here came in two different versions. The version that I have right here is the one that does not come with the speeder bike. There's another one, I think it's a Deluxe DX. I can't remember the exact naming of it. And that one comes with the speeder bike that you saw him roaming on Tatooine. Darth Maul, in my opinion, is one of the coolest Sith that have ever been created for the Star Wars universe. And in my opinion, he's the one that saved the Phantom Menace. That is probably the coolest part of the Phantom Menace, is that whole end battle between Qui-Gon, Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So let's get this thing under the light box, see everything that comes with it, and then we'll do some posing. All right, and here's the box. I love this box. This thing is really cool. It's black. You got Darth Maul's face on it. It says Star Wars Darth Maul. It's got kind of like a weird texture to it, almost like a lenticular feel to it, which is pretty neat. On the side, you can see that it says Darth Maul DX16. And then on the back is the credits. And as you can see, the design of Darth Maul's tattoos and everything is all throughout this box, which is really, really cool. And then just like all of the DX boxes, it opens up like a book. But this one here has this front cover, which has this metal plaque that has Darth Maul on it, which is really neat. And then you can see the figure right there in all of its awesome glory. All right, and here's everything it comes with. Lots of cool stuff. Let's start off with the cloak here. This cloak is a nice fabric. It feels thick, feels like great material, in my opinion. I love the ribbing that's on the bottom here, and it's got kind of like a tethered, weathered appearance down at the bottom, which is nice. It's just a very, very nice material for a cloak. Never seen one like this before. All right, and next we got a little hollow of Darth Maul, which this makes absolutely no sense. I don't know why they wouldn't just give you one of Palpatine or Darth Sidious, because why would you be looking at a hollow of yourself, right? Next up, you got the arm holding the lightsaber. This is the one that you can put the batteries in and it will actually light up for you. So that's pretty cool. I think they did a great job on the whole look of the Maul hilt. It looks just like it. So I'm digging that a lot. Really love the details on it. And then, of course, the wrist is posable and everything. So that's pretty nice. The next one is the other hand with a broken hilt, like you would have seen after Kenobi slashed it in half. So you can have the single hilt like that. And this one also lights up. This actually gives me hope that we might actually get to see a Episode 1 Kenobi figure at some point. As you can see, the wrist is still posable just like the other one. And you have some posability in the elbow just like with the other one as well. So that's pretty awesome. And that brings us to the Darth Maul lightsaber hilt itself. This is the one that you could just put in the regular hand. It doesn't light up. Really nice details, just like with the other one. It splits apart so that you can display it like the split version after Kenobi slashed it in half. And then to complete the look, you get this little add-on piece for the back of the lightsaber to show the exposed electronics after it's been slashed. You also get a couple of acrylic lightsaber blades that can either be inserted in the regular hilt or the one that lights up. And you get two action versions of the blades that will allow you to simulate movement of the lightsaber. These can also be inserted in either the one that doesn't light up or the one that does. And then you get a couple of optional cuffs for the suit. This one here, as you can see, is split. I think it's broken. It's a used piece, so you know I got it used. I can't really help that. The other cuff, though, came intact, and this one has the electronic pad on it that Maul uses to control the probe droid on Tatooine. And speaking of Tatooine, you also get the binoculars that he used, which are incredibly detailed. They look weathered and oiled up. I love the details around the lenses. It's a really cool accessory. You also get these soft covers that go around the joints around the wrists so that you can hide them a little bit better. And then you get a bunch of different optional hands. So this hand right here is the one that's used to grab the binoculars. It looks pretty cool. Nice details and everything. Not flexible and not posable at all. None of the hands are actually. You get one here like this that looks like he's force pushing. You get this one that kind of looks like it's a force choke in a way, or either that or he's picking at something, but I'm thinking it's a force choke. You get the left hand over here that has the opening so that you could slide the lightsaber through, and the opposite hand with the opening so that you can have him holding the lightsaber with both hands. You get another force pushing hand for the opposite side, and another force choking hand for the opposite side. All right, and then one of the coolest things you get in this accessory, if not the coolest, is one of the probe droids that he had on Tatooine. The weathering on this is fantastic. I like how the edges are kind of scuffed up a little bit. You got that purple eye, and I like the mix between the glossy areas and those silver areas in it. It's got a stem that you have to stick into the top, and then it comes with a stand. The stand is a little bit flimsy, but at least it holds the probe droid in place, so that's pretty cool. And then the very, very last thing you get here is an optional portrait of Darth Maul, and man, does this thing look really cool. This is the open mouth, angry pose. The eyes are actually posable. I like the details. You can see right there where you can actually pose the eyes. You get this stem attachment that you stick into those slots, and then you can move the eyes around. I don't like that you have to move them around independently, because then you can get that cross-eyed look, which looks a little bit weird, but very well painted. I really like the action in that portrait. And I almost forgot the base. The base is huge. It's got a Naboo style to it. It says Star Wars Darth Maul on the very front right there. And it's just a very big base, which could be difficult when you're trying to display this. It's meant to give you that look of that area where they were fighting with Maul, Qui-Gon, and Kenobi. You can see that you got two different points where you can put the stem, and it comes with a waist grabber, which is really good. So you can get these nice action poses with Maul jumping in the air. And here is the figure close up. Really love this portrait, by the way, guys. This is another really cool one. He's got a stern look to him. You can turn the head side to side. Just look at those eyes and how glassy they look. They look very realistic. The head itself is attached with a magnet. You can see their eyes on this one is also posable, but the magnet attachment allows for you to move the head in different ways. And again, just like with the other one, very nice paint job. I love the way the horns look. You even got the earring in the ear, which is super cool. It's an awesome looking piece. Anyway, the arms can extend out that far. You can go about that far back with the arm, and you can go about that far forward with it. You have some double joints in the elbows, so there's lots of posability right there. A little bit of twist action in the arm itself. You have all of the same posability that you get in the wrist, so lots of articulating points there and maneuverability. The waist itself is a little stiff. You can go back and forth with it, but there's not a whole lot of movement there. Again, the materials on this are great, and then it seems to have like a soft wire in there or something, because there is a little posability in the tunic, so you can give it that feeling like it's flowing with the wind when you have the character jumping, which is cool. The legs can extend that far out, and it can go back about that far, and you can see that it extends to the left that far, and it has double joints at the knees. So that's awesome. The boots have some seriously cool textures and details to that. That's awesome. The ankles can go side to side, forward and back a little bit, so you have a little bit of posability right there, and just really nice details all the way through. This is a great looking figure. I can't wait to pose it. And that's it for this one, guys. This has got to be one of my most favorite Hot Toys that I've ever unboxed on this channel. It's got lots of accessories. The portraits look fantastic. And I just like the ability that you can pose him in different options. You make him look dynamic, and you know, he's an action-packed character, and they gave you the option to display him that way, so that's awesome. The only thing that I think they could have done to make it even better is if they would remove the stitch on the hood so that you can actually pull the hood a little bit forward on his face. That's about it. It's a little bit of a nitpick, but I mean, that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. And until next time, may the force be with you.